Hello, my name is Yusman. I'm a student of STBA LIA, Yogyakarta. This is my proposal presentation. My proposal title is a psychoanalysis of the main character in the wild, from Lost to Found on the Pacific Terrestrial by Cheryl Strait. Cheryl Strait is the main character in the novel and the author as well. I analyze this character by applying Sigmund Freud's psychoanalytic theory. Here is the background of study. Begin with the definition of depression, which is depression is a syndrome that occurs due to disruption of various processes that occur in the brain. The brains of individuals suffering from the process of depression often show increased activity in the part of the brain that processes emotions, the amygdala. This increase in amygdala activity occurs due to emotional change such as feelings of anger, sadness, and fear. Next, there are three aspects of psychoanalysis by Sigmund Freud. The first is the ID. The ID is instinctual part of mind that contains sexual and aggressive drives and hidden memories. The ego is the realistic part that mediates between the desire of the ID and the superego. Meanwhile, the superego operates as a moral conscience. The character Cheryl Strait, depicted as a conflicted woman who struggles with her sadness over the death of her mother, pushing her into a spiral of grief that destroys her life. And why I chose this novel? Because I feel that character feelings and sadness are related to my personal life. And the next problem statement, I will describe how the character of the Cheryl Strait portrayed in Wild from Lost to Found on the Pacific Terrestrial novel by Cheryl Strait. And the second, how is the personality dynamics of the main characters in Wild from Lost to Found on the Pacific Terrestrial novel by Cheryl Strait. Significance of study. The first to writer to gain more knowledge, and to readers to gain more knowledge also, and as reference for future researchers with the same topic. Scope of study. I will focus on the character of Cheryl Strait as the main character of Phil from Lost to Found on the Pacific Terrestrial novel by Cheryl Strait. Theoretical approach. I use the psychoanalysis theory by Sigmund Freud's book, The ID and the Ego. According to Freud, personality consists of three systems or aspects, namely the ID, the ego, and the superego. These three aspects have their respective function, component properties, working principles, and individual dynamics. These three aspects are closely related so that it is difficult to separate their effects on human behavior. And the next, method of collecting and analyzing data. Library research, primary data, the novel, Wild from Lost to Found on the Pacific Terrestrial by Cheryl Strait. The second data, the ego and the ID by Sigmund Freud. I am using the descriptive method with psychoanalysis theory to analyze the data that has been found in the novel. The thesis organization, chapter 1 is introduction, chapter 2 is the theoretical view, chapter 3 analysis, and chapter 4 is conclusion. This is a bibliography. Okay, that's all for my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. Stay safe and keep healthy. Bye bye.